Minneapolis. It's one of my favorite cities in the world. I love the people of Minneapolis and the state of Minnesota, and some of my absolute favorite frickin' people are from there. In fact, Minneapolis kick-started my career as the president of anime. 1,200 people came to the very first AniMinneapolis, showing that the community was hungry for my kind of anime event. Many of my best friends live in Minneapolis today. Ironically, Minneapolis is also the home to my biggest haters. But something weird is happening in Minneapolis. One of our competitors just closed. An anime convention called Anime Fusion announced they won't be having a convention next year. But they're not the only ones having problems. There's a Pokemon-themed convention that used to be a big 3-day event that is now a small 1-day event. Anime conventions in Minneapolis are struggling. I'm going to be straightforward and perfectly honest with you. Even AniMinneapolis this year did not have the same attendance it usually does. Why? Now, my haters are going to say it's all me, but there's no way. I've had haters talking about the same nonsense since 2013, 12 years. And until now, every year of AniMinneapolis has been bigger than the last. So what's happening this year? The statement from Anime Fusion alleges we had tens of thousands of dollars stolen from us, we've had core materials neglected by those responsible, we've had people who did not fulfill their obligations or stewardship duties. In general, we've been trying to construct a home on shaky foundation that lacked proper structure and procedure for far, far too long. To me, as an insider with 15 years of experience in anime conventions, that sounds like deflecting and poor management. I too have been ripped off and stolen from. Let me share with you an example. We once contracted with this marketing firm who promised to deliver us big brand names like 7-Up and Absolute Vodka to our events for a fee of $2,000 a month. They would reach out to these companies and get them to sign up for booths, activations, and sponsorships. But after a year of work, $20,000 later, they delivered diddly squat. I learned my lesson. Not to trust someone promising big results unless they actually delivered those results. AnimeCon.org is doing way better than most other conventions around the country. And that is because I actually give a crap about my attendees. Another convention in Minneapolis, Anime Detour, for example, announced they won't have a con suite at their convention, a staple that has been happening at Minneapolis anime conventions for decades. And they lied to their attendees and said the hotel wouldn't let them do it. I know why we are doing better. The statement from Anime Fusion said more literal blood, sweat, and tears went into this convention because we wanted to give you something that mattered, something that was sincere, accessible, inviting, unique, and real. Something that came from the heart. That's what they said. But then they turn around and snub me in the very same statement, not COF affiliated. People are tired of insincerity. You can't say you are creating an accessible and inviting place and then bash the people who love the experience my company, AnimeCon.org's events, give them. But even though we're doing better than our competition, we're still not doing great. We're not where I want us to be. I think our community as a whole is struggling. And the more they focus on infighting and hate, the more divided and hurt this community will be. First, I think the economy is having a hard effect on us all. AI is taking away jobs, and big corporations are moving their staff overseas. Second, there are people who do nothing but sow hate and division all day. I think this turns people off from the community as a whole, which is ridiculous to do. As a nerd who brought his Pokemon cards to middle school, where they were stolen by a popular kid, I can't believe there are nerds out there who actively seek to exclude people. Third, costs of conventions keep going up. Parking at many conventions is $20 a day. Hotel restaurants cost a fortune. and organizers keep jacking up admission prices. In fact, my company AniMinneapolis has tried to have the lowest admission prices in any area, because I think people deserve to be able to attend even if they can't really afford very much. That's why I still invest thousands of dollars every year into our con suite, where we give away snacks and soda to our attendees to show that we really care about the people who are attending, even if you come to the convention broke. If you want this community to succeed, make your plans for the upcoming Minneapolis Anime and Gaming event October 31 to November 1st at the Hyatt Regency Minneapolis downtown. If you have your own thoughts on why anime conventions in Minneapolis are struggling, leave a comment below. If you haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe and bell icon. See you next time.